Check it. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Thank you guys for waiting, tuning in, seeing the live stream, clicking on it. We trying to change that YouTube algorithm. They've been messing up. People haven't been getting notifications. My gang ain't been getting notifications, but we still here. We already got over 150 plus people, and I ain't even said a whole speech yet. We haven't even just got started, so I want to thank you guys for showing up and showing out, keeping the conversation. Listen, what you guys were doing, I was seeing it as I was setting up, taking my allergy medicine. Keep that alive. You don't need, I'm the host, so I'm going to talk here, but you guys keep the conversation alive. Keep the conversation going. You don't need me for that. We're all boxing fans. We're all family. Most of us are Eagle Army. A couple perpetrators, a couple rats. Keep those conversations going until I come on and stuff. Smash the like button until I come on and stuff. Listen, we got 67 likes and I haven't even started. We have 1 dislike. Shows you the hate is real, but the love is so much realer. Smash the like button. We're going to go through it. Make sure y'all smash the like button. Let's get the likes up. We got a lot of people in here. Let's get it popping, make it do what it do. Let's do a Boxing the Ego roll call. I like to see on my channel where you guys are from. My name is Ego. I am the host. I am repping the Bay Area, California. Yarra. Let me see where you guys are from. City, state, zip. Okay, we got another Bay Area. Back to, Bay Area in here. Shout out to Frisco. We got Yonkers and all them other hard that come from Yonkers. Dayton, Ohio, I see you. Sleepy Hollow, New York. Toledo, 419. Atlanta, DMV, DC, San Antonio, Mexico, Houston. Chicago, Garfield Park, Boxing, Moreno Valley. 860. Coachella, California. The LBC. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Shout out to the 707, my stomping grounds. Akron to Vegas. St. Louis. El Paso, Texas. Shout out to Oxnard. I like to call it Boxnard. Mikey Garcia. Robert Garcia. Terrific talent. You got Hugo Centeno Jr. from there. Colorado Springs, UK. San Antonio. STL, Monroe. Vegas, Oxnard. Harlem. The funk. We want the funk. Gotta have that. Yeah. All right. Patterson, New Jersey. Chicago, Chi-Town, South Side. St. Petersburg, Florida, 727. Shout out to the DMV. I see the DMV. Y'all all clumped together. Y'all all clumped together in that DMV. Shout out to Harrisburg, PA. Shout out to Fernando Vargas. He's also out of Oxnard, straight out of Oxnard, a crazy motherfucker named Fernando. I got my greens in, I got my little smoothie, shit looking like Slimer. Let's get it. Man, we got a lot to talk about, people. We really do. Smash the like button one more again. Wilder Fury, like I said before, has deflated the ship sales of Joshua Povetkin. I'll have you know, it is Joshua Povetkin fight week. Joshua Povetkin fights this Saturday, yet and still, not too many people are talking about it, And I don't think it would be received in this way, because, the fight could be tough. I don't think the fight is going to be, I don't think the fight is like the word. Joshua's fought guys we knew for sure he was going to beat. Povetkin does pose a problem, some difficulties, right? But it's how it went down, and I told y'all, with new media around, it's a bad look if you're not being even halfway transparent with the fans, because we have questions as fans. We want to know. And the way that whole Joshua situation played out, it just wasn't right, And Americans, I think Americans were the first ones that repped and stood up for our American champion and seen that, and seen Like, man, what are you doing? How you gonna do our American champion like that? See, Eddie Hearn, he didn't know, because I'm telling you how this game works. These promoters, trainers, they say whatever, and they think that it's always gonna be excusable. Like the fans for the most part have been on Joshua's side. Joshua has never received like villainous press, if you will. You know, like Floyd Mayweather, Broner, where people are like, oh, I hate this guy, AJ, you know, wholesome dude, in shape, you know, that's never an issue of him being fat at fights or something like that. Seems like he's working hard. But it wasn't until this Wilder Joshua situation that people took a second look. You know, they did a double take, and they're like, hey, some things ain't consistent, making sense in that camp, you know, in that faction, Team Joshua, Eddie Hearn. Some of the stuff they're saying is not congruent. You know what I mean? And as a result, you had a lot of people who lost interest in Joshua's next fight because it wasn't Wilder. Now you have Hearn, who's even pretty much admitting that. He said in interviews, I'm not going to quote it verbatim. You guys can find the internet news and the clippings the same way I have, you know. So don't take my word for it. Do your research. But he's done interviews, and he says that Joshua Povetkin is not going to sell out. And he's basically sounded a little upset, a little perturbed, a little steamed, if you will, saying stuff like, I don't understand it, because people are, you know, saying, hey, this should be a good fight with Povetkin. It should be a tough fight. But the guy, the casual down the street, is saying, I'll wait, you know, I'll wait for the Wilder fight. You know what I'm saying? So, hey. Beyond them wanting to see the fight, fans aren't stupid. We seen what happened. You know, we seen what happened in the negotiations. Turned down $50 million. That was like one of the icings on the cake. You know, that people are like, no, who turns down $50 million? This can't be right. You know, so that was like the beginning of the end for the excuses. People seen that and they're like, hell nah. We know who don't want the fight now, because again, in the history of boxing, when have you ever seen somebody who turned down $50 million in a fight? You know, they just said, hey, I'm not fighting that guy. I don't care about $50 million. Eddie Hearn did that interview I showed y'all the other day, saying that Joshua, in fighting Povetkin, his stock is going through the roof. He said, but Wilder is going to be right here, or his stock is going down. We know that to not be the case now, because we know who Wilder is fighting next, and it's Tyson Fury. Now, you guys seen the title to the video. Now, this is not something that I just like made up. This is not my dream card. Like, it's an awesome card, but I know a lot of people clicked on the video out of curiosity, and I'm gonna let you know why this is even something that we're discussing. Shout out to Abel Mahari, continual supporter of the channel. $5 super chat. Says Anthony Joshua rejecting $50 million to face Wilder is far worse than Riddick Bowe when he threw away his WC belt when he ducked Lennox Lewis. Clearly, because if you would have offered Riddick Bowe $50 million at that time, which in the 90s would have been probably closer to, you know, 70, 100 million or something, the value would have probably been, you know, 50 million back then would have been, you know, the equivalent of 100 million or something crazy probably. Yeah, so this is worse, because to my knowledge, Riddick Bowe wasn't offered a purse like that. But we're going to talk about it. Let me pull it up. So the card that you guys see in the chat, this is not something that I just made up and decided to talk about. AJ versus Povetkin is going to be on DAZN. Okay. Just so you guys, so we can put it. What the fuck? 1 second. Sorry about that, yo. Just so we could put this in a perspective of what I'm talking about and that kind of stuff. All right. So this is a sports writer, Lance Pugmire of the Los Angeles Times. This is what he tweeted out. He says, this is you see the blue check mark, so he is verified. He says, let me turn it down real quick. Lance Pugmire is a sports writer for the Los Angeles Times, a publication that is, accredited, credible publication. He's saying, just told that the, quote, dream bouts for the undercard for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury at the Staples Center, which I told you guys that's a high possibility that it lands there. I told you on the stream yesterday. So again, just told the, quote, dream bouts for the undercard of Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury at the Staples Center would be Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell Jr. in a featherweight unification, and an Abner versus Gervonta Tank Davis title fight. And he puts his 2 cents, and he says that would be an epic pay-per-view. So, let's get this out in the open. This is not an official card. Wilder Fury, in fact, hasn't been officially, formally announced. But let me tell you this. If they create a card like that, HBO, man, you got to do something, baby. HBO, I don't know what they're going to do. Because if that card comes, like, let's be realistic. That almost sounds too good to be true. Even if one of those fights, let's say Tank Davis versus Abner or Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell, even if one of them happens paired with Wilder Fury is a more than worth it. Even if one of them. But if they make all 3 of those fights on there, and I heard Keith Thurman might have a tune-up in a return bout, it's Al Hayman he's the god. He's the GOAT. Like, I mean, in my honest opinion, and, we could do whatever y'all trying to do, hot seats or whatever, that would be the most stacked or complete card since Mayweather Canelo. Because if you guys remember, when Mayweather fought Canelo on pay-per-view, I'm talking about pay-per-view cards, Mayweather Canelo, the one card, that was the main event, Mayweather versus Saul Canelo Alvarez. And then the co-main event was Danny Garcia versus Lucas Matisse. So if they get that off, man, that is insane. That is a complete, a complete shot at all the competition. They're really trying to bury HBO if they do that, Y'all better hope that card don't come. All the people who want to see PBC fail and said that PBC was the cancer. If that card comes off, you guys, it's checkmate, So you better hope none of those fights happen. You better hope Wilder and Fury don't happen if you were praying for the downfall of PBC. But, I mean, that, to me, if anybody has a problem with a pay-per-view card like that, I simply don't believe you. You're clear. There's some agenda. There's some hatred. There's some bias. If you have a problem with that, because let's be real, I had no problem with Canelo Triple G 2 undercard. They did, that was good for a Golden Boy card, but there was no fight on the undercard that rivals Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell in a unification. I never even seen Hayman. I'm not saying, and again, I'm not hating. I'm just telling you my honest opinion. If we're talking apples and apples, pay-per-view card versus pay-per-view card, Leo Santa Cruz versus Gary Russell, that fight is, there's no way you could tell me Jaime Munguia versus Brandon Cook is a more meaningful fight to 154 than that would be for Gary Russell, Leo Santa Cruz unification to featherweight. No way. It's a competitive match. Even Gervonta Tank Davis and Abner, that's, I mean, y'all better hope that Al Hayman don't Don't do y'all like that. Like I've always maintained, Al Hayman got the juice. And I'm not talking clenbuterol or meldonium. He got the juice. And like I've always maintained, Al Hayman has the power to get some of this shit done. Just because he has a stable to do it. And he has the fighter's ear. He has the fighter's buy-in. You know? He might even be able to, like, let's say to make this one spectacle, he might even have the gas, you know, to tell a fighter to take a paycheck to be on the card, get the exposure, have the fight, you know, take a little pay cut. So, because this is a big card, that's a lot of salaries you're going to have to pay, you know, take a pay cut and I got you in the future. You know, I don't know. I'm just saying, speculating. He could probably do that. Like, yo, Keith Thurman, I know normally you get $1 million or $2 million for a fight, but I'm going to give you $700,000. You know, take $700,000. You're in the tune-up. Take $500,000. You know, whatever. And then we'll make sure you're looked after. He could do that type of stuff. You play all day, ego? I have no idea what that means. Talk English to me. I don't know what I've said that was playing or that you consider playing. And another slap in the face is if a card like that, or even close to that dream card comes out, it'll be another spit in the face to all the motherfuckers who are like, oh, no date, no venue. Tyson Fury versus Wilder. Frank Warren said it was going to be announced. He said it was going to be announced a week after Fury versus Pianeta. No date, no venue. What's happening? Because if that's worth the wait, you know, if they get a card like that, you know, to not announce it when Frank Warren said a week after the Pianeta fight, that's more than worth it. Because it's still time to build, still time to promote. You know what I mean? What are we talking about? So again, you better hope that Lance Pugmire's source got it wrong. For all you detractors, you better hope that nothing close to that comes about, because you look crazy. You know, all the people, where's Wilder Fury? No date, no venue. I don't think it's gonna happen. You know, Eddie Hearn, he said the same thing. Eddie Hearn says, oh, I doubt the fight will happen. I have to see it to believe it. If Al Hayman pulls the trigger and gets a major card like that, as a boxing fan, you know, and it's going to make this. I tried warning people. They don't listen. This is why old media is near deceased. Because with new media around, you can't coexist. You know, every corner, every in-house, outhouse, doghouse, yard house has been searched. We got the canines out. We got the hound dogs out. You know, we will sniff your location and we will find you and eradicate you if you talking that dumb shit in boxing. We got their foot, or we got our foot on their necks. You know, if you talking just nonsense just to be talking and it don't hold up, we going to find out, and you're going to lose credibility. I told you, I don't care if it's HBO. I don't care if it's ESPN, Showtime. I have no allegiance to Al Hayman. I never even talked to Al Hayman. I don't know him. You know, he's never done nothing like, never done nothing like reached out and gave me a birthday gift or something. Like, he don't, you know, I don't know. I've never seen him at a fight, anything. But I do call it how I see him, you know. A lot of people don't want to do. They said Al Hayman's losing money. Al Hayman can't afford to pay his fighters. Al Hayman's investors are pissed off, and Waddell and Reed associates and investors are mad at Al Hayman. And then Al Hayman don't say shit. He don't get on YouTube. Oh, that's not true. Simba, you mustn't go in. He's not doing a bunch of interviews trying to explain what he's talking about. Yet and still, you got people, top performing rap pop artists like Drake, shouting him out, right? And then you got these deals being sold up. Dizzy says, no, it's not real. What are you talking about? What is not real? DZY. No, it's not real. What are you talking about? Once again, comment responsibly. You're in the hot seat. Okay, what? So you're responding to, what did Daryl say? Daryl Lee, you guys have to listen. I don't know if when you guys are coming in. None of this is official. It's not like this card is like set in stone. Nothing's official. Lance Pugmire, I'm gonna tell you guys again. See, you guys gotta listen. Like, I don't know what channels you guys like, but if you come to my channel, I try to outline it as clear as possible. You guys gotta listen. And if you came into the chat late and you didn't hear the beginning, then you might want to, listen to the replay or something. So once again, this is not an announced official card. So before anybody gets excited, right, and says, oh, this is it. According to Lance Pugmire of the LA Times, he spoke with somebody, and I'm assuming that somebody is somebody of importance, and they said the dream card, I just showed you guys, the dream card, I was just told that the, quote, dream bouts for the undercard of Wilder Fury at the Staples Center would be Leo Santa Cruz, Gary Russell, and Abner, Tank Davis. And then he says that would be an epic pay-per-view, which I agree with. So again, this is not a confirmed card where we're doing a press conference and we know about it. It's something that I guess they're exploring. But for them to tell him that and then have it printed, I would imagine that they're trying to do something like that. Here's another reason. Wilder is not Floyd Mayweather, in terms of a proven pay-per-view out. So they would want to encourage fans to buy the pay-per-view, even though Wilder Fury on its own is a good fight that should be supported. I can imagine them trying to put together a nice undercard because, again, just based on the fact that Wilder hasn't been on pay-per-view, so to make sure the pay-per-view does the numbers it's supposed to do with a guy who is in a very good fight with Fury, but he doesn't have any pay-per-view. He's not like Canelo where he's done 5 pay-per-views, 5+ pay-per-views. So I can imagine them wanting to put some good fights on the undercard, notable names and stuff to encourage people to come out, live gate, and to encourage people to buy if they can't make it out. Y'all better hope this stays a rumor. All you motherfuckers like, oh, what's the date and the venue? Because like I said, if that particular card comes about or anything close to that, then it is worth waiting on the announcement to put together something like that. Once again, Al Hayman is making boss moves, boss moves. If even, let's say Wilder fights Fury, Keith Thurman fights. I heard Keith Thurman's not fighting Zab Judah. I told you, I never made no video about that because I don't even know where that came from. I heard the rumblings and people were talking about it, but I never heard where that started. Like, I don't know who started that. So that's why I never reported about it. I just mentioned it, something I seen on Twitter and stuff. But I heard that's not true, and it shouldn't be true. Keith Thurman, he'll be ridiculed if he fights Zab Judah. If he fights Zab Judah, I want Zab Judah to win. Because I'm going for the underdog. Because that's not right. Zab Judah hasn't boxed in, I don't even know. He was having some trouble getting his license, I think. Then I heard he was a registered nurse. Hasn't boxed for a minute. Not a big welterweight for today's standard. I don't want to see Keith Thurman even as a tune-up. That's just like taking advantage of someone's name or something. But I heard that's not true. I guess we'll see. With all of this. Another thing is Wilder Fury. They're talking about doing it in December. So I think they would try to. Ebony Logic, I don't agree with you. He says Zab would be a fun comeback tune-up. Why are we talking about Zab Judah fought Danny Garcia at 40? Why are we talking about Keith Thurman, a champion, in a tune-up with a 140-pounder, a guy whose best weight is 40? I don't know if y'all really watch boxing like y'all say y'all do. That is not a fun comeback tune-up. Maybe it's just my opinion's different. I don't care about y'all. Some of y'all just care about names. You don't care as long as you know the name. You're good. Like it'd be like Jaime Munguia versus Kell Brook is like the best fight to you. That fight doesn't even excite me like that. But since you guys are actually aware of both their names, some of you guys will be like, oh yeah, great fight. I don't think stylistically that's a good fight for Kell Brook. I would much rather see Jaime versus Jared Hurd or Jermell Charlo. That's a good fight, But some of y'all just get happy because of name. Why would I want to see Thurman, tune up or not, versus Zab Judah? Zab Judah lost to Paulie Malignaggi, one of his later fights that he had at 47. Why would I want to? And that was years ago, and he hasn't been active. So why would I want to see him that? AB versus Zab Judah is a better fight. Why wouldn't it be a good fight for Kell? I just think I'm not saying it's a terrible fight. It's a dangerous fight for Kell Brook. He ain't done shit at 54. He's not going to have the weight advantage over Jaime Munguia, and his eyes were bad in 2 fights. So if you guys don't agree, tell Eddie Hearn to make the fight. I don't care. Fuck it. Kell Brook for Jaime Munguia. He don't have much of a defense, but styles make fights, and that'll be a bad fight for Kell Brook to me. At least without doing more at 54. If he does more at 54 and shows, that his eyes are fully healed or some shit, then that's something different maybe. But off of one Rabchenko fight, and you put him in there with Jaime Munguia, it's not even that Jaime Munguia has more skill than him, because he doesn't. He's just big, and he's like offensively well. I'm just glad Lomachenko isn't fighting Beltran next. Yeah, I think the Pedraza is probably a better fight. Pedraza's closer to Jorge Linares than Beltran is. So Beltran, we've seen him outboxed by Crawford and, stuff like that. So he would be, and we've seen, Pedraza outbox him. So he would be searching for one big punch for Lomachenko. Munguia big and slow. Charlo and Hurd would smoke that fool. Maybe. But if they can't hurt him, or not even if they can't hurt him, if they can't hurt him enough to get him out of there, then you got a problem. A guy like Jaime Munguia, you got a problem. If you can't stop him, you got a problem. Because you could get tired from lumping him up. And if he's still around, and you're like, what the fuck? This guy's still here? A guy like Munguia could win the battle of attrition. Now, to be honest, if Hurd or Charlo were to face Munguia, I would favor Charlo or Hurd to beat Munguia. But it's still interesting if they can't stop him, which they might be able to do. But if we don't know, because we never seen Munguia in there with someone as good as Jermell Charlo or Hurd. Anyway, back to Wilder Fury, man. They're trying to put together something special, it looks like. Something special. Something special. They're trying to put together a nice card, And I think Tank is fighting Abner Mares, from some stuff I've heard behind the scenes. I don't know if it actually lands on the Wilder Fury card, but it looks like that is something that is being pursued behind the scenes from what I've heard. So, it's a bad look. And like, all of this, in front of Joshua Povetkin. Like I said, this was like the worst combination of things that could happen for Eddie Hearn and Team Joshua and Joshua Povetkin, because all this stuff overshadows what Joshua has coming up this weekend. Like, do you guys like? Here's another thing. I don't know if you guys noticed. Conor McGregor and Khabib Nurmagomedov are doing the press conference right now. I don't know about Joshua Povetkin press conference. I think it was supposed to be today. I don't know what the time is. It probably already happened. I don't know. But that's the thing. I don't know. You know, but either way, Conor's a talker, so it's probably going to be overshadowed by Conor McGregor's press conference. You know, yesterday's media day for Povetkin. Who was really talking about it? Conor McGregor got 500,000 people watching the press conference right now. He has 500,000 people watching the press conference. Oh, he's talking shit. Hold on.
But Ireland have their own language.
Oh, wow. Conor is tripping.
Now you talk English.
What's
wrong
What?
with your English?
There ain't fucking problem that more English, you man. Rah!
All right, we got time for one more question.
Hey, he's tripping.
Don't antagonize anybody.
Dana, is Proper Whiskey an official sponsor of UFC 229?
It is.
It is.
He's drunk.
It is.
Yeah! You bet your bollocks it is. It's on their canvas.
And Conor,
It's on their canvas. Look, his blood will be on their canvas. October 6th. Let's get this face off, don't worry. Wrapped up now.
Thanks for coming, everybody.
Hey, this dude is tripping. I think he's drunk right now. He's really drinking whiskey on stage. Shout out to Proper Whiskey. I tried it. He let me try it at the fight. He said, "Hey, this dude is tripping." Hey, Conor is hilarious. He says the sponsorship is on the canvas like his blood will be. Hey, I fuck with Conor. This shit is funny as fuck. He said his blood gonna be on that canvas. Hey, Conor wildin'. Conor, he's drinking on stage right now. Yeah, I fuck with this. One second, y'all. We gon' Hey Dana, 50 G's, baby. Oh my God. Conor's a showman and a true fighter. I give him that. Hey, he was snapping on Khabib. Where's his face off though? Make sure y'all smash the like button. We just working. We just working, y'all. Conor's baiting him to come on to get closer. Khabib looked a little bit bigger than Conor. Whoa. That's a good face-off. Khabib looked pissed off. Hey, it's you know, this is a really interesting fight. Khabib looked big. Conor usually look bigger than dudes. Khabib look a little bit bigger than him. Conor, true Irishman. Man, fuck the Mayweather. I don't know what you're thinking. Fuck the Mayweather. Oh my gosh, Conor's hilarious. You know, even in boxing, being real, boxers need to take cue. Conor McGregor be having the spot turned up. You know? Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was. If not drunk, he was buzzing. You know, I already used this analogy before. The PBC fighters, Tank and Errol Spence, AB, Charlo, we don't know what the fuck they did on a night, a fight night for somebody else. None of them are in camp. And guess what people said? Oh, this is an embarrassment to Al Hayman. The PBC fighters are drunk. This motherfucker at the press conference sounding like he off that, you know? He sounding like real turned up. I don't know what you're thinking. Magically delicious. Like, you know, he's sounding crazy up there. And once again, double standard. Nobody says nothing. Nobody cares. See, you know the thing with me, I keep it a buck. I don't give a fuck if Conor's drunk. He was drunk after Mayweather beat him. You know? I don't care. You know, that's his business. As long as you ain't, you know, cheating like PEDs and shit. You're a grown man. If you want to drink alcohol, then, you know, if you're ill prepared for your fight against a wrestler like Khabib, then it's your fault. You know, same with these PBC fighters. I don't care if they're on their day off, not in training camp, and they had a drink, if they even did. You know, but you guys act like that's what I say. It's fake outrage. PBC fighters, these monkeys are all drunk. The black channels, what? All they do is drink Jerk. Why do black people like Hennessy? You know what I'm saying? And then when Conor McGregor's at the press conference, literally sipping whiskey in front of us, and he sounds a little bit, you know, on, people don't care. You know, Conor's attacking tour buses, people don't care. But they'll make a video about PBC fighters are drunk. Why do blacks like Hennessy? Some don't even use a chaser. What are we chasing? You drank the Hennessy. What are we chasing? Did the Hennessy get away? These motherfuckers be fake. The Hennessy's in your stomach, yet we call it a chaser. What exactly are we chasing? These fucking dumbass motherfuckers. I'm telling you, I hate some of y'all. I hate some of y'all channels. Like, it's real. Like, I can't even stomach. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so fake. I just don't like fake stuff, dude. I really don't. You know? It just be fake. PBC fighters is drunk. That's what you guys are. You make a video about that, but then you'll egg on Conor McGregor for literally drinking on stage and sounding hella, you fucking right, you know, and going ham on Khabib and making fun of, you know, that's what I call fake outrage. Fake outrage, you know. Trump does this shit all the time. You know, where he'll say something, like something negative will come out about his side. You know, the FBI is investigating the Trump cabinet and this person got fired. But he'd be like, Barack Obama, he did that. Like, what's Barack got to do? So you mad at Barack and Hillary emails and shit, but motherfuckers getting investigated by the feds, and you got an excuse. You know, this shit is fake, man. Hey, speaking of your boy Trump, this motherfucker said some of the dumbest things I ever heard. Like, listen to him describe the hurricane. Hold on, I gotta cut the beat, man, so you can hear it. This is the President of the United States, y'all. He's talking about Hurricane Florence, right? And you won't believe how he describes it.
This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. Rarely have we had an experience like it, and it certainly is not good.
Who the fuck wrote his lines, his speech? This is one of the wettest hurricanes. Wet from a water standpoint. What the fuck does that even mean? Like, this how idiotic some of y'all are. What other standpoint would there be for some shit to be wet? Like, make this make sense. This is a tough one. No shit, it's a fucking hurricane. It's not like, a block party, It's not like, a cookout. Of course it's going to be like, this is like some of the dumbest shit. This is a tough one, and it's certainly not good. Oh, shit. You just reinvented the wheel right there. A fucking natural disaster not being very good. Oh, okay. He said, this shit wet like water. One of the wettest we ever seen. It's tough and it's certainly not good. Like, that sounds like something you could literally go to any elementary school in America or the UK or China or wherever, and I guarantee you somebody in the elementary school can pen a better speech than that. This dumbass shit.
This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. Rarely have we had an experience like it, and it certainly is not good. That's a tough one.
What? Bitch, what? Bitch, what? What are we talking? This is the country I live in, y'all. I'm moving back to the UK. That motherfucker said, this is the wettest hurricane. Like, name a dry hurricane. Like, name a wetless hurricane that we've ever had. This shit, fake ass camera. I get computers putin'. Man, I boosted with boosters. I get computers putin'. I'm the student. Like, what the fuck are you even talking about? Killer. And I like Cam. That motherfucker, I get computers putin'. Man, I tutor student. Do the, like, what? So fucking, this is the wettest of wettest. Killer. Dipset all day, man. Man, I get them wet like water. Man, I slaughter like slaughter. Like, this shit doesn't even make sense. These fucking Dipset ass inauguration speech, whatever the fuck this shit is. These motherfuckers, bruh. This shit, I could be president. Fuck what y'all talking about. And y'all be mad as fuck at me. Man, the wettest of wettest. Man, this the wettest of wettest. Eat lettuce or lettuce. Like, what are you talking about right now? Please let me know. I seen the money. I'm gonna get to the money. I'm still on this dumbass president. Shit, y'all need to give him the super chat so he can go to school. He said, this is wet like water. One of the wettest hurricanes we've seen from the standpoint of water. What other standpoint would there be? Like, what other type of wetness is there if we're not talking about water or liquid? Like, please let me know. I just want to know. This shit sounds stupid. And y'all be like, oh, Black Channel and PBC fighters are drunk. Man, motherfucking president sound drunk. Hey, I'm going to play it one more time. Yeah, y'all ain't knowing. I'm going to get to the super chat.
This is a tough hurricane. One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water. Rarely have we had an experience like it, and it certainly is not good. That's a tough one.
No sympathy, no emotion. Motherfucker, what dry hurricane you ever heard of? When he's talking, I'm doing like, you remember when Conceited was at the rap battle and the dude's bars wasn't good and he was just like, I feel like Conceited with Trump talking just. This shit, no sympathy. Like, Barack at least would make you feel some shit. You know, look at the nation's great speakers, not just President. JFK was a good speaker. Martin Luther King Jr. Mama call him Martin. I'm going to call him Martin. You know, Malcolm X. And then we got this motherfucker talking about water's wet and shit. He's a mumble president. You know, because this is what you mumble rappers do. I get her wet like water. I get her wet like water. Like, stupid shit, man. I get her wet like water. These are real bars. Man, I get computers putin'. Shout out to, listen, we got to get to the money, y'all, man. Hold on, let me get to this money. Don DeMarco. They want to hate so bad, but the love be so real. Shout out to Business Brains. He dropped that blood red super chat. These is blood red. These is bloody chats. We got that bloody chat. He just dropped $100 like it was nothing. And his message says, to the fake channels that don't get paid like this. Hey, why you doing them like that? Hey, Curtis, why you gotta do them like that? It said, to the fake channels that don't get paid like this, and to the real gang who do. He said, hashtag ego working. Salute. Everybody stop this fucking chat and give my man some claps. He just dropped 100 piece on the channel. That frees me up to get some things done and to move the channel and, you know, move the needle. So I really appreciate it. Business Brands. This stream will not continue unless y'all give it up for my man, Business Brains, who just dropped that. These is blood chat. These is bloody chats. He just dropped $100 like a boss. And then he also took a shot at old media. You know, that's my type of petty, because I'm real petty. Call me Petty Hearn. Yeah, we need some more. Give it up. Give it up. Give it up for Business Brand. This is why they hate. This is why they mad. You know, because they don't get it. Like, where are all them channels that be like, Golovkin was robbed? Are they getting any type of money from the YouTube videos? Are people super chatting and encouraging them? Or are they just saying in the comment section? Again, I'm telling you, a comment is free. A comment is free. Anybody could just leave, oh, yeah, you're right. Golovkin was robbed. Why aren't the Golovkin was robbed channels and where's the Wilder Fury announcement, date and venue? Why aren't they getting love? Like, why aren't they? It just makes no sense. If they come to my channel and say I'm fake and biased and bullshit and weak and blah, bitch, all that, right? The old media is saying everything you want to hear, but nobody's supporting them. They're doing all-time low numbers. We doing all-time great numbers, you know, and consistent numbers. You know, we're getting super chats from my man, Business Brains, $100. You know, he keeping it $100. He keeping it 100. You know, it just doesn't make sense. There's no way you can make this stuff make sense. So, you know, I appreciate my crew. I appreciate Ego's Army and you guys for supporting me. But all these people screaming robbery and where's the Wilder Fury announcement? They taking that loss bad, y'all. We got Trump saying water is wet and all types of shit. Who says that? He said this hurricane is real bad. Like, get the fuck off the mic. You know, if this was Apollo, Sandman would have hooked Trump off. I don't know how that happened. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even sound sympathetic. He was in Puerto Rico, slam dunking the paper towel roll. Like, this shit is crazy. He was throwing paper. Hey, I'm not. No offense to Puerto Rico. Shout out to all my Boricuas, but it's like it's laughable the level of like callousness of a president. Like, they were going through it, you know, blackouts and the whole shit, you know, hurricanes, inclement weather. And this motherfucker think he's Steph Curry. He had paper towels. He was like, "Oh, so you don't drown?" Motherfucker was like, Kobe. The motherfucker was shooting J's. Shoot the J. Shoot it. Hey, bro. Hey, America, wow. The motherfucker, they're going through a natural disaster. He's like, shoot the J. Shoot it. He was raining buckets of paper towel, like bounty. The motherfucker was hitting that bounty shot. That shit crazy. Instead of helping him and like, shaking hand, meeting people, that motherfucker thought he was in 2K. This shit is unbelievable. Now he talking about the hurricane. It's not good. Like, name a good hurricane. Name a hurricane that just came through, with a bottle of wine and salami and crackers and just like, hey, I just want to drop this off. Florida, y'all been good to me. Everybody, like, name a good hurricane. See how stupid this shit is? Like hurricane, like it's Hurricane Oprah. You get a car. You get a car. You get everybody gets a fucking car. Like what hurricane is just like got the audience with some drip, like it's Hurricane Oprah, Hurricane Harpo, Hurricane Ellen DeGeneres or some shit. Where everybody getting a car, trip to Disneyland. You talking about this hurricane's not good? No shit. This shit crazy, y'all. That motherfucker said, this is a wet-ass hurricane. Like, you off a hurricane right now. I'm talking about that E40 hurricane. That slurricane. That man, you off a hurricane. I'm talking about the drink, slurricane. That's what you off. To say some dumb shit. This shit is wet. We didn't anticipate this hurricane to be the wettest. What? Get your mans B. I get computers putin'. I tutor the student. Here, we gonna do the Trump dumbass remix. When you step outside, it's a fucking hurricane, and that should be like wet in the standpoint of water. We know this weather be crazy. Ha. Hey. All the hurricanes around the world. This shit wetter than water, y'all. Make it rain. Okay. This should be real wet. Make that shit rain. Now come and kick it with the twister. Now I'm gonna let me stop. I'm talking Florence with the hit you on the then I hit you on the floor with the hurricane in the hurricane season. Let me write to this. I could write something. I'll come up with that Flores. Now come and kick it with the twister. The fuck wet ass hurricane. Get the fuck out of here. Now come and kick it with the floor. I can lift you up and this beat knocks still. Now come here. Hey, we got President Trump. The Russians want to help him. Now come and kick it with the Florence. I can lift you with hydraulics with that beat knocked so. Oh my gosh, that shit knocked though. Motherfucker talking about it. He said the hurricane is wet. Woo! Hey, Khabib look mad though. Make sure y'all smash the like button for this entertainment. And don't blame me. Hey. I'm gonna fuck around and come out with a mixtape. Y'all think I'm playing? Yeah, I don't know. Could be McGregor. I don't know. I don't know who I'm picking up. He don't want to be on that mat though. I fuck around and said that like Denzel. Yeah, okay. Conor McGregor, he got his own whiskey. He don't want to be on that mat though. Yeah. But Conor might strike. I've seen Nurmagomedov get hurt. He got hurt by Michael Johnson. If Conor catch you with that southpaw shit, he can hurt you. But if it goes like, you know, and then if Khabib gets him on that mat, I don't know if Conor got the wrestling. I don't know if he got the wrestling to deal with that. He's strong, but yeah, Conor definitely got under his skin. Conor got a way. He's a showman. He got a way of doing that. See, but you see, this is why Floyd Mayweather is actually one of the greatest. Floyd Mayweather, Conor had some good zings and, you know, jabs at him. He's like, fuck the Mayweather, you know, all that. He's 40 years old. Why you have a book back you can't read? Floyd took it like a G. Said his little comeback. You seen Khabib look mad as fuck. See, me and Jose de Jesus on the same page. If Conor can keep it standing up, he can knock out Khabib. But if he get to that mat, I don't know. That's why it's a perfect stylistic match. That whiskey was on point. When I covered Mayweather McGregor last year, he had it. And I asked him a question. I said, I said something about the whiskey. He said, here, brother, try some. And he let me try it. And it's on tape. You know, people seen it. It's on camera. That shit, I was like, okay, this how you are it. I was like, that shit was hitting though. It had that little kick to it, you know, you feel it. Like, okay, Conor. That shit, I like the name too. Proper Whiskey, just, you know, keep it basic. Yeah, that shit had me speaking with Irish dialect. Maybe at MacArthur Bark. I don't know. It's my dog, huh? I was like, no, magically delicious. I couldn't even talk the rest of the night. We got horseshoes and marshmallows. Magically delicious, lad. I'm with Dorothy and meet me at MacArthur Barker. I can't even do it because y'all got me laughing. Yeah, y'all got me laughing. We got horseshoes and marshmallow. Meet me at MacArthur Barker. Magically delicious. Had me sounding like Leprechaun in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? There once was a man from Matras. His balls were made of fine brass. In stormy weather, they clanged together, and sparks flew out of his ass. I won me shillings. Oh shit! What the fuck wrong with my voice and shit? You know what I'm saying? Had me talking like Leprechaun. That shit, that whiskey had me. I won me shit. I went to Chipotle. Was trying to get my change. I won me shilling. Give me some guacamole. I want me shilling. We the livest live stream. Yo, funny. Efren off that Proper Whiskey. He said Mayweather versus Broner will it sell? Bro, what are you talking about? Mayweather and Broner? Who's really talking about a fight like that? What? Y'all real life have Tourette's. I really believe it. Like, out of all the boxing, UFC, everything we're talking about, you talking about Mayweather versus Broner. What about Wilder and Butterbean? What about Butterbean getting a shot at the WB? Like, what do y'all just type? Do y'all think about the question? Like, what is Broner and like who's really checking for? Like, I don't understand if it's some current news or some shit. Like when Broner called him out 2 years ago. Bro, stop it. Why the fuck would Broner and Mayweather fight in Tokyo? Just, hey, bro, just stop effort. Stop it. Stop. We don't even know if Mayweather's fighting Pacquiao, let alone that Tokyo shit. He said, I'm going to be in Tokyo for a big boxing event. He never said he was fighting a tune-up. A lot of people are speculating that. Who the fuck? That doesn't even sound like the market for bro. That, like, if Broner and Mayweather fight, why wouldn't they fight in Vegas? Why are they going to Tokyo? Fucking Fast and the Furious with Bow Wow, the weakest one, Tokyo Drift. Hey, bro, stop. Why would Broner fight Mayweather in Tokyo? Oh my gosh, that's funny. That man said Broner. There's no interest in that. Broner had a draw with Jesse Vargas, and ain't nobody trying to see no Mayweather fight. 147 is not Broner's best weight. You know, I see your comment. I don't know why everyone keeps saying Floyd's having money problems. Pacquiao's the one with tax problems. And y'all keep saying Floyd have money problems. I don't see it. Bro, I know he lives an extravagant life. You know how much money he made from Conor McGregor? How the fuck is he having money problems? He just showed, like, probably earlier this year, $200 million checks that he hasn't cashed from Conor and then Pacquiao fight. Do y'all really think Floyd is having money problems right now? Like, he, bro, just listen to what people are saying. Floyd, of all people, is having money problems. When Floyd Mayweather, he just fought Conor McGregor in August of last year. You think he blew through 150, 200 million, whatever the fuck he made in a year? You know, that one fight alone, you know, or basically both his Pacquiao fight, you know, he might have touched like $250 million in since from 2015. Do y'all really think he blew through, like, even just the Conor, the money? Y'all really think he blew through whatever he got in the Conor McGregor fight from August to now? You on that dust or something. You have to be a drug addict to lose that. You know, like Scott Storch lost a lot of money, but he didn't lose that much money. You have to be on some real, that you have to be on that Sherm or something. Like, if you lose that much from August of last year to, it's barely a year since the Conor fight. Like, do you guys really think he has a money problem like that? Boss Red, $2 super chat. You think Canelo signs up with Al Hayman? No. Canelo seems pretty loyal. Because why didn't he do it before? I think he's going to be loyal to Golden Boy, Oscar. If anything, I could see him doing like Pacquiao. When motherfuckers was telling Pacquiao, be your own boss. Leave Top Rank. Do your own thing. And he didn't listen. It's up to my promoter, Bobby. I don't, you know, okay, it's up to your promoter. Okay. And then years later, shit don't go your way. Jeff Horn, you think you were set up and whoom. You see, you know, who's in your corner, or you feel certain people weren't in your best interest. And now all of a sudden Pacquiao want to be his own boss. You doing it at the tail end when, you know, your fights aren't even doing what they once were. When you was actually the man or one of them, people was telling you to do your own thing, you know? So I could see Canelo doing something like that, you know? People telling him now and in the past, hey, switch up, you know? Go to Al Hayman, do this and that. And he like, I was born already. And then maybe in the future, later on when it's like, when it don't matter, you know, when he's not doing the same type of pool and numbers, then maybe he's, oh, I should have. Yeah, I don't know. My standpoints on that, I don't think Floyd is starving for cash. Floyd is a universally, like, you know what I mean, a global name. Floyd can, like, I know he lives a crazy lifestyle, has like an entourage and shit like that, but I mean, he can demand a lot, like, cause he's undefeated. Like, he could go to Tokyo and do it. Like, I seen him, he posted an advertisement for a hair growth product and the motherfucker bald. Somebody wanted to use his likeness so bad for a hair growth product, and he's bald. And he was like, I know y'all don't believe me, but this stuff work. This stuff work. Yeah, we don't believe you because you're fucking bald. Why would I? Floyd? Why are we gonna believe you? He even said something. He's like, this shit really work. I know y'all don't believe me. You're right. We don't believe you because you bald. It's not like when you just got out of prison, you had that little, you had that little taper fro, that little, Ray J little looking shit. Like, I got these new scooters, like, that little Ray J taper or whatever the fuck that was. You talking about, this shit really work. He even said, I don't know what he said, but he said something like, I know y'all motherfuckers don't believe me. This hair care product, this shit really work. We don't believe you. You the baldest dude since Tupac. You the baldest dude since Michael Jordan. Why I'm gonna buy a hair care product from you? Hell nah. Hey, bro. Nah, bro. I'm not buying no hair care product from Floyd. I'm trying to tell y'all this shit really work. You got a couple drops. Like, bro, what is that? Put that down, Floyd. That motherfucker got his own hair care line and he ain't got no hair. You know what I'm saying? That's like me getting singing lessons from Milli Vanilli or something. Hey, hey guys, hey, do you want to sing like us? For 50 installments of $59.99, you can sing like Milli Vanilli too. Fuck no. Y'all ain't even really singing. Girl, you know it's true. I love you. Bruh, you better blame it on the rain. Stop. I'm not buying singing lessons from no Milli Vanilli. Blame it on the rain. No, I blame it on your ghostwriter and the motherfuckers who's really singing. Fuck you mean. Yeah, that shit don't make sense. Singing lessons from Milli Vanilli. Come on, son. Floyd bald in a bitch. And we supposed to buy it. And I was supposed to believe you that this shit really worked. I put it on my pubes. Like, no, bro. I'm not, nah. He said this shit worked. Oh, my God. You better hope I can't find this Floyd commercial. I know he posted it on the gram. Motherfucker got a shiny, bald doorknob for a head. Like, he was using it back then and shit. Hell nah. Damn, Floyd girls be having. What the? Floyd do be having. Easy work. Hey, Floyd. Hey, he be picking some ones. But I still ain't buying that hair shit. Unless I see you with dreads or some shit. Ooh, Jesus Christ has dreads. I ain't got none, but I'm thinking about growing some. Ooh, Jesus Christ had dreads. Now check him. I can't find this shit. He had a hair, bro. I'm telling you. He was selling hair care shit. Hair growth. See, he deleted. He got his money and deleted it or something. He said, imagine all the Hebrews going dumb. Love the porno music. Pow chicka wow wow. Bro, that shit was corny. What the fuck kind of porns do you watch? What pornography do you on? What are you on? Bang Bro? Bangbros.com. What do you watch? Pornhub? What porno music sounds like this? It sound like a Little Brother beat or Just Blaze or something. It don't sound like no porno. That motherfucker, like, you watching jazzy ass porn and shit? Fucking Boney James porn? Like, what? Y'all just be saying whatever, bro. Fucking Miles Davis porn? What the fuck? This shit sound kind of jazzy. You talk about porn music. Hey, bro, I don't know what y'all talking about. Oh, my gosh. He said, I'm loving the porn music, right? You know, it's kind of jazzy. Soothing my soul. Floyd Mayweather hair commercial. I can't find it. See, he deleted it. Stop talking porn. Come stop me. You can't stop me from saying anything. He's stop talking porn. My kids are in the room. Well, looks like you got to leave my stream. Porn. Earmuffs, motherfucker. They always try to come in and controlling some shit. Hey, smash the like button. Man, I can't find his Floyd hair shit. I put hair commercial. He was selling some shit.
I'm not here to blow smoke up.
See here.
This product is amazing. Every male as well as females should have this product in their home. This is the future. It's in stores now. Go buy it. Support her. She's amazing. And actually, this product is one of the top selling products in the world right now. The main thing is this is a great product. Everyone should have this product. I know they're saying, Floyd Mayweather, how are you endorsing a product and you have a bald head? Well, when I was locked away, this product right here helped my hair grow.
I told you, he said, I know, easy work. I know y'all don't believe me. They said, like he had. See, I told you, I don't be lying. Motherfucker had a bald head selling. This world crazy. What about Suge Knight? I ain't hear nothing about Suge. Floyd got a bald head selling a hair growth product. He said when I was, this shit don't even make sense. See, I can't, see, I'm going to tell y'all, I think too much. That's why I be killing these boys in the hot seat, because I think too much. I'm a thinker, you know. I just took an Epsom salt soak, you know, in the bathtub, and all I just did was think, you know, just unwind and stuff. I think too much. So I can't, the more I think, the worse it is, because if you say something, I'm not perfect, but if you say something that don't make sense, I'm going to start thinking of it. He just said, okay, a lot of y'all saying, hey, Floyd, how are you endorsing a hair growth product when you got a bald head? I'm going to tell you. Because when I was in prison, bruh, how you getting special deliveries of hair care products in jail? Like, what, you know what I'm saying? You was just in jail. They had, you got commissary? Like, you know, you just went to the store and they had her hair care product there. You know what I'm saying? How'd you get it in jail? You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Fucking Roger just came in and dropped a couple sprinkles on your scalp. Like, how'd you get the shit in jail? Like, see, I think too much. This still sound weird. You know, you was just in jail and they had Sally's Beauty Supply in her in the jail. You was in there. That fucking, remember if you ever watch when Pablo Escobar They let him build a prison, like his own prison. Motherfucker had trap doors and shit. He was going to getting midnight snacks and shit. Look it up. I'm not lying. Pablo Escobar, they let him in Medellin or wherever in Colombia or whatever, after he got caught, crossed up in all the drug charges or whatever they got him for. They let him build his own prison, and it was like supposed to be a fortress, but it was like a sanctuary. You know, the motherfucker was getting some flaming hot Cheetos with lemon late at night. No, unbothered. This shit. How you build? Who the fuck would do that? Who would do that? You let a prisoner build his own shit? Hell no. Suge Knight strikes a 28-year plea deal in murder case. Wow. He pleads no contest. Man, that shit. That's a wrap, you know. You're not gonna know unless you get out early or some shit. I mean, he's 53 right now. That's what it says. That's crazy. He's 53, so that means he won't be able. He'll be 70, 80 and shit when he come out. Damn. Crazy. Yeah, that's basically life. Not like you're 16 or something. 28 years. Hey, y'all petty. Someone said all in the video. Y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't shit. Somebody, why? I seen a comment with hella O's. I'm like, what is this? And it said all in the video. Why he do Puffy like that? That shit was funny. Any of y'all artists want to say true artists? You don't want to worry about the executive producer. All in the video, dancing. Come to death row. That man, I felt that when he said that. He almost smushed Danny Boy. He almost ran him over. Danny Boy was like, hey, dog, hey. Getting... Ego is Puerto Rican. Why y'all care what I am? I am boxing. That's what I am. All in the video. This is a minor speed bump? How is 28 years minor speed bump? What? Y'all just be saying whatever. Minor speed bump. 28 years is not that. Hell no. Didn't he serve 9 years for the kicking the dude, you know, Orlando Anderson in the MGM and being on tape? Ain't no speed bump. Look at Xavier. Let's talk this boxing though. I need to know who's going to unify the middleweight division. I don't care. We're not talking what you talking. You on our time. Ego's Army time. Why do these dudes keep coming in here thinking that they gonna run the narrative? Start your own channel and you talk. You find out about the middleweight division, Triple G, how he's feeling, whatever you talking about on your channel. We having fun, man. We just talking. Like, it's not gonna be nonstop. No, you know, boxing. Like, shit. Y'all really act like y'all pay for this. My dude dropped a 100 pack. He dropped that 100 piece. You know, he got the most control. You know what? If he's still in here, we gonna let him pick. Business brains. What do you want to talk about next? You dropped 100. He the one that got the say in this shit. Business brains. If you still in here, you can control what we talk about next. What you want me to talk about? You dropped 100. These other dudes ain't dropped nothing, trying to control the narrative. We're going to let Business Brains, if he's still in here, pick where we go next. These dudes ain't dropped one red cent. And yeah, come on, let's get back to boxing. You know, he might have dipped out. I don't know. Man, it's a live stream. It's too. There's no way you can have a live stream and have only one subject. You know, it's extremely hard. You know, and if I did, I would be ignoring a lot of people in the comment section. You know, because people just toss it. We could be talking about Anthony Joshua Povetkin and someone would say, "Oh, what about? Did you hear about Tank Davis?" You know. All in the comments section. Death Row East, believe in that. Ugly cuss. He tried to instigate. He said, "The Black Channel, they always talk about urban news. What is a Suge Knight?" Is there a Suge morning? Huh? Like Suge morning? What the fuck are y'all talking about? Shout out to Jose de Jesus, my dude. $5 super chat. He said, "Keep up the good work. Just wanted to show my continued support." Shout out to you. Me and Jose de Jesus was right. Canelo won. He beat Triple G. All y'all mad. Deal with it. We tried telling y'all who was going to win the fight. Now y'all mad at me and Jose. Why? Why y'all mad? Why y'all mad? Why y'all this mad? It's just a fight prediction. Good luck on the next one. We told you Canelo won. He's going to win. And now y'all mad at us. See, this is why I don't try to impress people. I just simply be myself. Because before the fight, they're like, "Oh, yeah, Ego, you suck in Canelo's dick. You love that ginger dick." And now, when you guys were way off the mark on what would happen, and I was right, they say the same thing. "Oh, yeah, suck that Canelo dick." So no matter what, you're going to say the same thing about me. So fuck you. You know, this literally what happened. They said because we didn't have an outcome, they said, "Oh, yeah, you love Canelo. Oh, yeah, you have a man crush. You want to fuck Canelo." Yeah, all this weirdo stuff. And then when my prediction came out to be true, they made excuses. "Oh, yeah, fuck Mexican style. I like the boxer on the back foot." Why weren't you saying that in the first fight, though? They literally, these dudes literally switched what they liked. DJ Easy. Slapping you, motherfucking more. Listen, they liked Golovkin's aggression in the first fight. Said Canelo was backing up too much. Then Canelo switches the roles on him, and he's doing what Golovkin did, but he's doing it better because even when just break this down. I got a great point I just thought of. Y'all want to know this great point? Can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Okay. W balls. If y'all want to hear this, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? Let's get these likes up. I just thought of something else. See, this is why they can't go bar for bar with the kid. I told you, I'm a thinker. I'm an intense thinker. I be thinking. Tell me if someone explain this. A lot of the people I've noticed either A, got their prediction wrong, picked Triple G, a lot of them by brute force, you know, knocking out Canelo, saying Canelo looks skinny and stuff like that. A, picked Triple G and they were wrong. B, they had Triple G winning the first fight and now they're saying it was a robbery. Or C, which is a combination of A and B, right? So guess what? If a lot of the people who are now saying Triple G was robbed picked Triple G to win the first fight, answer this. Please answer this. One of the scoring criteria for boxing is defense. We know in both fights we had a better defense. Another scoring criteria that they're supposed to look at is effective aggression. So how effective you are whilst being aggressive, right? So look at those two components, which are part of the criteria, which is why I said the first fight was a close fight, a lot closer than y'all said. Effective aggression and defense. So since a lot of people who are now screaming robbery said Triple G won the first fight, my question is this. We know defense goes without saying. Canelo has a way better defense than Triple G. So that's a given. Now let's look at effective aggression, right? Effective aggression, we have to consider how effective was Gennady Golovkin if in the first fight, Canelo's face showed and bore no massive injuries or anything like that, which you would get. It don't matter who you are. If you're getting punched upside the fucking head, your face is going to break up. Some guys, their faces, tend to lump up more, like Cotto. He has a face that swells a lot. Canelo's face didn't look crazy at the end of the first fight or the second fight. You get what I'm saying? So how effective was Golovkin with his power shots in the first fight? And then in the second fight, you look at Golovkin, his face looked crazy, which it didn't even look that bad. It looked bad, but it didn't look that bad in the first fight. Do you get what I'm saying? So we have to really analyze how effective the power shots were from Golovkin. They gave Golovkin the first fight saying his come forward aggression, but his come forward aggression didn't really amount to anything. And now they're saying Canelo, his come forward aggression, he still lost the fight. But if you look at his come forward aggression, he considerably lumped up Golovkin much more than he did in the first fight. And he lumped him up more than Golovkin lumped him up in the first fight. So again, it's not just about looking at people's face, but again, if you're fighting someone for 12 hard rounds and you're really like landing big shots, most people's face is going to break up if you're a power puncher landing those types of shots. Triple G's face looked considerably worse than the first fight. And in the first fight, even because Canelo has a defense. His face didn't even look crazy even in the first fight. So how effective was Golovkin really being in there? You know what I'm saying? How effective was he truly being in there? Looking all crazy like this. That raises whole new questions. His face looking like that, and y'all telling me he was being like really effective. Then what created this? Why is his face looking crazy? If Canelo, a lot of people are running with what Paulie said, right? They're like, oh, he didn't back him up into the ropes, right? He didn't do this, he didn't do that, right? Why is his face looking like that? In none of his other fights, his face ever looked like that. So what's the sudden change? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Like, it'd be one thing if Golovkin had a lot of scar tissue in all of his fights, but nobody has had Golovkin's face looking like that. So where did that come from? Somebody wants to challenge me. It says, Ego, you look like a big fat beetle. Let's vote. He says I look like a beetle. Beetles are really dark. I'm not. Was that funny? Hold on. His name is. You guys, we'll do like the Apollo. Ego, where's he at? Okay, his name is Good News. Was that joke funny? He says, I look like a big fat beetle. I mean, I'll laugh if you want me to. So, like, in the midst of talking boxing, he says, I look like a big fat beetle. Did he get me? I got roasted. He got me. King Corleone said, it sounded like a 5-year-old said that. Well, the people have voted. Shooters, you can handle that.
Down the Mongo. Finish him.
Shooters, get rid of him. His name, what's his name again? Good News with a Z. King Corleone got him. So again, I could understand if Golovkin had, like, you know, Gabe Rosado issues of scar tissue, or, you know, Cotto's face because Margarito's probably cheating with plaster, right? And he had like a tendency to swell up, but we never seen Golovkin's face swell up. So even what Paulie's saying about how he wasn't pushed back to the ropes, so by default, allegedly Canelo's not coming forward. Why would Golovkin's face look like this when it never has? Canelo was obviously doing something right. Again, it's not just about the aftermath of one's face, but when one's face, when Golovkin has 30-something fights, almost 40 fights, and nobody has his face looking like that, you really want me to believe that Canelo wasn't putting punches together and he wasn't driving Golovkin back, when for the first time we see Golovkin's face look this bad. His shit look like meatloaf. You know what I'm saying? So how did this magical scar tissue and magical bruising onset happen in fight? Like, I've seen a fight where Golovkin, you know, after the fight, day 2 or something, his face looked kind of crazy. But this is in the fight. This is like him in the ring. This is him when the bell first ding, 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 when it ended. This is how he's looking. So what created that? If Canelo wasn't being effective with his aggression, and like Paulie said, he wasn't truly backing Golovkin up into the ropes or whatever people are saying, right? What caused that when we haven't seen that with Golovkin's face? You know, that's like, see, people are, they either have schedules and agendas and bias or whatever, but Mayweather, he had a fat lip after he fought Maidana, right? Mayweather's lip after the first fight, his lip was like, you know, remember on Hitch when he was with Eva Mendes, and he was like, "Oh man, it is not that bad," and his face looked all fucked up because he ate the shellfish or whatever. That's how Mayweather's lips was looking. So that's like me saying that Maidana didn't have power. I mean, Floyd's face don't normally look like that, and it wasn't a clash of heads, so obviously, you know, Maidana has power. I would never take that. I would never say, "Oh, Maidana has no power," when Floyd's upper lip and shit was swollen, because Maidana actually does have power. We all know that. You know, it doesn't take away from who won the fight, but Floyd had a big lip, fat lip, because Maidana has power and, you know, was rough in there and landed some shots. Simple. But somehow Golovkin's face looks more broken down and broken up. His body language looks suspect in the first 7 rounds. He looked like he was ready to go, and somehow that accounts for nothing. And that still equates to Canelo wasn't the aggressive force. Come on. These dudes look crazy. Lamar Gugis, $5 super chat. It's a shame instead of challenging ego on boxing knowledge, they want to keep name calling like some cupcakes. And Triple G look like a bad pizza. See, I'm done. He said a bad pizza. But shout out to you for the super chat, Lamar. Goes to show you, that's the lack of a sound argument. If you had a sound argument, you could just jump straight to that. You don't have to be, why you care what a man looks like? Real talk. Why would you care what another man looks? You know, I don't like men. You know? So what do you care about what a man looks like? You know, what does that have to do with the boxing talk? You know, and you don't, and I don't, and these dudes have a complex. That must be them telling, you know, saying that I'm one of the flyest or something. Cause I ain't never seen no other boxing reporter constantly, you know, under the scrutiny, you know, where fans are like, you know, talking about what so-and-so looks like. I don't see you doing the Dan Rayfield or Kevin Aioli, you know, yeah, Kevin, what the fuck is up, Kevin? Why you look like, you know, it's just me. But whatever. I got thick skin, you know. I'm not worried. I know I pull women, so that don't affect me. Bunch of beta male shit. But let's talk this boxing. You know, beat me in the boxing in the hot seat game. That's what they don't want to do. Shout out to Enrique. He said Oxnard, Cali in the house. La Colonial. He said upstate. Big ups to Boxingego, real talk, dog. I like your station. Thank you. Like and subscribe. Great journalism. Yeah. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, man. I mean, I'm trying to talk boxing. They trying to talk me. Triple G, he put up a valiant, few rounds in the end. Made it compelling. Gave people what they felt was their money worth. I enjoyed the fight. The undercard was better. The first fight wasn't as good as the second fight. So I don't really have any complaints. But all this poor sportsmanship, walking out the ring, right? Stuff like that. Nobody's trying to, just admit it. And nonetheless, it wasn't no robbery. Like, it doesn't, what people are saying doesn't make sense. Oh, I'm okay with the draw, but it's really a robbery. Make that make sense. So you could have scored at 6-6, and you can understand a 6-6, but 7-5 is just ridiculous. See how pessimistic, see how narrow-minded that sounds? See how narrow-minded that sounds? To say you could have scored at 6-6 out of 12 rounds, but someone giving one other round to Canelo, 7-5. Fuck no. It makes people look bad, in my opinion. I think people who are really trying to push that, like, we got to analyze what a robbery is. Pernell Whitaker got robbed versus Julio Cesar Chavez because there was no way that fight was a draw. Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield. No way that was a draw. So I understand what a robbery is, but to call something like so close like that a robbery is just beyond me. Like, I can't even understand how you would fix your lips to say that. Say, hey, I could see it 6-6, but 7-5, fuck you. That just sounds like you have some kind of bias or whatever. Like, I never said, and the thing with me, I the stuff I say, I'm about. When Ward Kovalev, I wasn't mad if anyone had Kovalev. I told you who I had win. I said I thought Andre Ward won. But I never called no one names and said, you're fucking stupid if you had Kovalev winning a close fight. I never said that, So you notice the difference between new media. I'll give someone $1,000 right now if they could produce in the next 10 minutes one video after Ward Kovalev where I, Ego, said, if you picked Kovalev to win that particular fight, you're stupid and it was a robbery. I never said that. I picked Ward. I seen Ward winning, but I never said, because I know the reality of it was a close fight. So if you pick Kovalev, I'm not mad at that. I picked Ward. I have my reasons. I broke it down, my reasons. But I would never say someone's, like, if you had Kovalev winning, oh, it was fucking robbery. It was a close fight, Certain rounds are up to interpretations. So that, to me, that sounds crazy. No, I don't do fake videos. We don't do anything fake over here. Young Gun TV with the body bag. Says now they love jabs, but when Floyd dominates with jabs, he's pillow fisting. You know what? I'm glad you said that. Real talk, based on this is why I think Golovkin's going to have a hard time bouncing back. Just based on stature, just based on what he was billed as. He was billed as this Mexican style. He's still claiming Mexican style. I seen an ESPN interview, and they're like, oh, what'd you think Canelo's more aggressive? Was that Mexican style? And he was like, hey, no, yeah, Canelo's Mexican style, I'm Mexican style. That's what he said. So he's still going with this Mexican style shit, even though you didn't do what you said you were going to do. You baited Canelo to fight a certain type of way. He obliged you, and then you retreated. This is why I think, because it's not a reality. You can't have me watch something. So in just off of the sense of Golovkin was supposed to be this boogeyman, he lost just off of that. Like, not saying that I scored it based that, but I'm saying in terms of I'm trying to think of the word. In terms of like character, I guess is the best word I can think of right now. In terms of character and who his identity as a fighter, street cred, that, you know, that's good. Yeah. Like, you lost just off of that, or you lost that because you told Canelo to fight this way. Canelo was the skinny one off of clenbuterol and all this shit, and they were saying he was skinny, and he walked you down. That's a fact. That's evident. So he lost off of that. You know, he just lost just because of that. You know what I mean? Like, I scored the fight based on what I seen in the fight, but what I'm saying is he lost clout, I guess you could say, just because you've been running around and your trainer been running around talking about Mexican style, this and that was nowhere near Mexican style. And Canelo gave you the real Mexican style. You know, it's just like I used this before. Yeah, Taco Bell's real Mexican food until you eat real Mexican food. Go to LA. They got some, oh my gosh. Go to LA, go to just a taqueria, go to a little restaurant, get some soup, some caldo, you know, and try that and then eat Taco Bell and then tell me that Taco Bell is real Mexican food. It just doesn't make sense, you know. The shit that they have at Taco Bell, they don't have at real Mexican restaurants. You don't buy and lot. I'm not talking about like burritos and taco. I'm talking about like fucking double crunch wrap, gordita, supreme, hot stuffed. They don't have that type of bullshit. You know, shout out to Mike B, super chat, $5. When his trainer doesn't even really argue with the decision after the loss, what are people complaining about? Man, fans always holding grudges because they were wrong and they don't know how to take their L. And I like it. But, you know, everything looks like you see a girl with a fat ass, all natural from, you know, squat life and shit. And then you see a girl with a plastic ass, you know, she went to the doctor and got injections. That plastic ass might look nice until you see a real ass, you know, that's man-made, 100%. Like, damn, look at that waist to ass ratio. God. You know, when a girl has so much cake, it makes you ugly. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, you just be talking to your boys, like you walking through the mall and shit, like, yeah, that new Spider-Man on PS4. Like, you start making ugly ass. Like, where did that come from? You know, that I'm not, me personally, I'll take natural all day. I'll take natural all day. All that like Nicki Minaj, she was on some award show recently, and Kevin Hart was on stage. It didn't even look right. It looked weird. It looked whopped. You know, I've seen Khloe Kardashian, some pictures. Her legs she looked like a goddamn flamingo, little skinny ass legs, and so, you know, that's the thing. You know, the plastic ass might look decent until you see it next to a really nice, real ass. You know, a girl that invested time in her body, you know, eating pretty clean, doing squats and shit like that. You know, that Chrysler 300, that shit look real. Till you see a real Phantom pull up. But, oh shit, the fuck is this? So, you know, I knew a dude. He had a Chrysler 300, and he literally put like the rolls. He put like the Phantom like logos and shit on the car, like he had it switched out. So I went, like, I have a picture in my phone somewhere. I don't know if I can. I don't think I'll be able to find it because it's like I don't know where to begin. Anyway, he put all the Rolls Royce emblems on it. We were working at Lowe's, right? And I was like, damn. I was like, who the fuck got a Rolls out here? You know, like just randomly here, midday. I got clothes. Like, this shit is a Chrysler. This motherfucker's a Chrysler. That's Golovkin's fighting style. What they build it as versus what he does. He's a Chrysler 300. And that's not an insult. You know, I'm sure the Chrysler's a nice car. But his Mexican style is a Chrysler 300. Yeah, they had to kit it out, you know, Rolls Royce emblem. They had it like, I see, I could never perp like that. I could never perpetrate like that. Like, actually, no, I have a Chrysler 300. That was in my budget. Cool. You know, the Chrysler's still a nice car. And then actually put Rolls Royce emblems on it. That's doing too much. But that's Golovkin, his Mexican style is a Chrysler 300. You know, and it looks like I said, it's gonna look. I thought it was a Phantom, you know, from far away, and then I got up. I'm like, that shit ain't no Rolls Royce. This is a Chrysler. That's Golovkin's Mexican style. Yeah, it's Mexican style. Willie Monroe, 6 knockouts. Adama, wherever the fuck he's at, he's in Wakanda somewhere. No, I do not have a goddamn cover case. I do not have the receipt. Try again, motherfucker. Do you know who you're dealing with? Who the fuck is Adama? To this day, who is he? I've literally never watched another Adama fight. Ever again. Ever again. I've never seen on HBO, ESPN. I've never, Showtime, Alhan, never watched Adama ever again in my life. He might have been in Black Panther or some shit. No, what you been chewing on this? No, I do not have the goddamn receipt. The pink motherfucker. Do you know who you're dealing with? Who is Adama? Hello? Does anyone know? Where's Adama been? Nobody's gonna answer me? I don't think Dominic Wade's ever fought ever again either. Adama, I don't know if he's ever fought again. I've never seen him again. All the fights I covered, never seen him again. You know what I'm saying? See, Triple G was fighting these motherfuckers like Jimon Hansu and shit. I'm like, Jimon Hansu, where do I know the name from? Jimon. Wait. Kimura Lee husband? That's Amistad. Golovkin fought Amistad? Oh, hell no. Nah. Triple G fight. Say something. Triple G fought Amistad? Jimon Hansu? That what you said? Leonardo DiCaprio Blood Diamond? Say something. He fought Amistad? Who the fuck is Adama? Bro, where's Adama been? That's who. Where's Gregor's Proska? Gregor's Proska. Like, where is he? Hello? Can somebody please tell me where Gregor is? Don't say nothing about Canelo. You know, I don't care if he has, cause you know what wow. Lomachenko, he's on his way. Umbaku, yeah, Golovkin fought Umbaku from the mountains on Black Panther. Umbaku. Where's Adama? Adama somewhere with Forrest Whitaker talking about the power of the Black Panther has been removed. He getting the power to. Hey, Adama had the power of the Black Panther removed before he fought Golovkin. Oh my God. Hey, Forrest Whitaker removed him. Oh my God. Forrest Whitaker, he gave Adama that little drink. You know when that music came on? Kumbaleisha, uwalaleisha, kumbaleisha, uwalaleisha, umba, oh my God. Forrest Whitaker was like, the power of the black. He gave it that little syrup, and then Adama went in there and got smoked by Golovkin. Oh my. The power of the Black Panther has been removed. Yeah, it's been removed, all right. Yeah. Oh my God. Adama had that Black Panther. weakening serum. Oh my! The power of the Black Panther has been removed. It is challenge day. It does smell like shit, doesn't it? Try again, motherfucker. You bitch ass nigga. Oh, oh my God. Where's y'all want to forget about Adama so bad? Yo, where is Adama at? Where is he? Who's talking about Walden? All right, you got a hot seat. I knew I would make one of these motherfuckers, man. Darsnev, 1995. If you were born in 95, you ain't fucking with me. I told you 9-10 albums ago, stop fucking with me. We got a hot seat, y'all. We're talking about Triple G, Canelo versus Triple G 2, Triple G's resume, Adama. What does Deontay Wilder, a heavyweight, have to do with that? Go, you're up. One shot, one kill. I'm gonna be on my Eminem kill shot. What does Deontay Wilder have to do with Triple G's career or his division? Ortiz is about 47 and nearly knocked Wilder. Strike one. What does a heavyweight have to do with that? Yeah, tell me. We've already figured out how to beat y'all. Y'all say the same shit. What does Wilder have to do with Triple G? We're talking about Adama. Let's talk about Triple G's resume, right? You praise Wilder and trash Triple G. We're not talking about Wilder. And you're comparing two different guys in two different divisions, and Wilder is seeking Joshua. You know, he's seeking top level guys in his division already. You know, we don't know if Triple G has any interest in fighting the other top level. Danny Jacobs rematch. Why didn't he rematch him? You know, you chased a money fight. So they're not even the same. Strike two. It's not that great, but it's better than Wilder's. So you're admitting it's not that great, but then, okay, he says I trashed Triple G, but he just admitted Triple G's resume is not that great. We're not talking about Wilder. You have two strikes. So you just agreed that Triple G's resume is not that impressive for a 36-year-old with 37, 38 fights or what he has. So how did I trash Triple G? So in your mind, you're not trashing Triple G, even though you admitted and agreed with what I said, but I'm the hater. I'm the one that's trashing Triple G. Good luck. You have one more opportunity. Canelo is pound for pound number one. There we have it, folks. Strike three. You're not answering the... You know, I'll give you a bonus round because I feel bad for you. There is no disgrace in losing to him. Okay, you have one more opportunity. How is it that you agreed that Triple G's resume is lacking? You said it's not that great, but it's better than Wilder. We're not talking about Wilder. So you said it's not that great. But you said I was trashing Triple G, but we agreed that his resume is not that great. So how is it that I'm trashing or talking shit or clowning him when you just agreed? So how's it that I'm the bad guy and I'm the one that's trashing Triple G? You're not trashing Triple G, but you agreed with me. You're in the bonus round. You already got 3 strikes. So please answer that. I don't care about any other response other than that. How is it that I'm trashing Triple G, but you agree with me that his resume is lacking? And his most competitive fights and his most compelling fights are controversial. Danny Jacobs and Canelo. We'll wait. See, they want me to be the bad guy, but they know what I'm saying is true. That's why hence why he admitted. You still going on about it? Strike for it. He's gone. You see how he lost? Get over it. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. See how he refuses to answer the question? That's how you know that new media is putting that different type of, we doing that Canelo, we walking y'all down. We walking old media down. Mexican style, whatever you want, however you want it. Stop rubbing it in. Block him. Shooters, get him out of here. He will not answer my question. He's done. You come stop me from rubbing it in, if that's what you're saying I'm doing. You know, shooters, get rid of him, please. I don't want him to be able to respond any more times. He clearly lost. Shout out to King Corleone. These dudes just be saying whatever.
Finish him.
He said, I'm trashing Triple G, but then he agreed with what I said. So how is it that I'm trashing Triple G? No, you're mad and you want to shoot the messenger. You agree with me, but you're mad that I'm saying it on a popular channel and on a public forum. You want me to do like other people and just think about, oh, but it was a good fight and there's no shame losing to Canelo. After y'all motherfuckers was saying that I'm sucking Canelo's dick and all that, y'all gonna get this work. I don't give a fuck what none of y'all talking about, because y'all was doing far too much, you know? Oh yeah, you sucking Canelo's dick. And then, you know, supporting that Triple G walked out like, you know, crybaby style, you know, and didn't do an interview and still making excuses, but then you reamed Adrian Broner for doing it. Stop it. You know, y'all gonna get this full work. Y'all getting this full work. And I'm enjoying it. It's fun. You know, oh yeah, but you know, listen, I'll interview with anybody. If Abel don't want to interview with me, then, you know, so be it. It is what it is. Because at the end of the day, I haven't done nothing. I haven't disrespected anybody as a man. I didn't, you know, I'm just telling you what I seen from a fight, and Triple G didn't win that fight. You know, so if that's rubbing it in for me speaking my mind, then so be it. Fuck it. You know, it is what it is. See, they want us to back. They want Eagles Army to back down, but that's not our nature. You know, you know, they want us to back down, but they don't back us down with facts in the hot seat. You know what I'm saying? They're like, I'm like saying who's, you know, look at Triple G's resume. Let's do it again. I'm ready for this. Actually, to credit to Abel Sanchez took it. You know, he's the one's taking it the best out of Tom Loeffler, Triple G, and his Triple G fans. You know, he's the one that took it the best. Business Brains, $5 super chat. Thanks again. It said the casuals got lumped up the same way their king did. And the thing is, the reason we got to make an example out of these radical fans is because hopefully they'll learn their lesson. You know, maybe they never learn, but then just know new media will be here at the end. Listen, the reason why I can do a prediction, even if I get it wrong, and show face, is because I'm not out here saying the radical foolish shit. You know, I'm really looking at the fights and really breaking it down. They're just saying all propaganda. Oh, Canelo's off the juice. He's getting knocked down. No thought into it. Just, you know, really highly opinionated things, not breaking it down. So when it doesn't happen, they're shocked, and they, you know, see the smaller man backing down Triple G. They don't know what to do. You know, if I get a fight prediction, look at all the fight predictions that I've gotten wrong, and none of them were like as far off as you could be. You know, like I said, Danny Garcia would lose to Keith. No, I said Danny Garcia would beat Keith Thurman via a decision, and he lost a decision. You know, I didn't say Danny Garcia knocks out Thurman in one round. These dudes be saying Canelo getting knocked out inside of 6, easy work, and all this shit, and it doesn't even come close to that. Canelo ate Golovkin's best shots. Golovkin endured Canelo's best shots, and it was a good fight. And they still want to cry about it. Y'all put a lot of pressure on that man, Golovkin. Talking about he gonna pass Bernard Hopkins' resume, and he has his worst performance. He looks the worst after any fight immediately. So much for beating B-Hop's record. Well, see, why are people not talking about that? Why are they talking about how you fell drastically short of beating Bernard Hopkins? See, that's what I'm saying. Triple G might not be the same. But here's why. Y'all can say whatever. Oh, you're hating. One, you have to own the loss. You know, you have to own the loss to really get over it. Embrace it. Start from scratch. Back to the basics. You know, just see where you messed up. See what you could have done different. You know, if you're in denial, that's not a good way to overcome a loss. That's one thing. Two, the way HBO is like a sinking ship. So I don't know what he's going to do there. So that potentially, if he stays with HBO, that's not going to be the greatest unless they have, some Hail Mary type of boxing programming. But it looks like they're on their way out of the boxing world. 3, everything Triple G has been billed as has slowly but surely been getting chipped away at, saying he's pound for pound. Like, okay, once again, I just thought of another point. If y'all, it doesn't stop. And y'all can say, oh, you're hating. I don't care. If that's what you think, if you're not listening, listen. If you think this is hate, as opposed to me stating my opinion, step up and do the hot seat. I just thought of a great opinion or a point. If y'all want to hear it, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? And let's get these likes up. I just thought of something. This is what I'm talking about. ESPN and HBO and all them was telling you Triple G was pound for pound number 1. Even if you had Triple G winning some kind of way the second fight, he looked crazy at the end of the fight, and it wasn't like a super convincing or dominant win, nor was the first fight, right? So that kind of dispels that, because how are you the pound for pound? You stayed in the same division and you got guys coming up to your division ill prepared, like fighting Chavez. That didn't really prepare you for Golovkin because he wasn't even throwing no punches. And then he jumps right into the Shark's tank, the Lion's Den with you, and arguably beats you, has a draw or loses, depending on who you ask in the first fight. Then he technically, on paper, actually does beat you, which I have no problem with, and a lot of pro fighters have no problem with. Some people are saying Triple G won and it was a robbery, but we already discussed why people would do that, and some people even had it a draw. How is this? This is who HBO kept telling me was pound for pound number 1. Don't get me started with Daniel Jacobs. Daniel Jacobs' fight, I thought you lost the fight. Nonetheless, even if you had Triple G winning, it was a close fight. So if you look at the last 4, you look at even the Kell Brook fight, you have a guy who has no business moving up to 13 pounds, 2 weight classes, and he's even having like significant moments where it looks like he rocks you, So in his last 5 or so fights, the only good moment, where it was like domination, that was like to be expected versus Vanes Matarosen. You know what I mean? But this is a guy coming off a 2-year layoff, a loss, and from 154 moved up to 160. So once again, I would love for HBO, send your representation, ESPN. You guys got podcasts and digital stuff now. Explain to us, the fans, in the old media, the best way you guys know how to, why you had Triple G as pound for pound number 1. And pound for pound number 2, and had Lomachenko and Triple G ahead of Crawford. Somebody let me know, because how are you saying someone's pound for pound and then they step up and they struggle, and they can barely win, and they don't, and then previous to that, they didn't have a crazy resume. Like, for example, Andre Ward moved up to light heavyweight, beat Sullivan Barrera, who was a ranked puncher with like an 83-85% knockout ratio, and he was undefeated at the time, and he was bigger than Ward, right? Then he fought Alexander Brand, then he fought Kovalev. Yes, Ward had some struggle and issues with Kovalev. It was a tight fight, but then he came back and stopped Kovalev. But even if you want to take his darkest moment, getting knocked down and losing, he fought an elite fighter and a champion in his 3rd fight at light heavyweight, and he got dropped once, and then he rallied back and did better in the second half than he did in the first, right? But even if you take out that controversial Kovalev fight, Ward already has a crazy resume. Mikael Kessler, Carl Froch, Chad Dawson, Sullivan Barrera was already there at the point. Sakio Bika, Edison Miranda, right? Arthur Abram, I don't know if I said that. An Olympic gold medal, since you guys love amateur pedigree so much, right? Darnell Boone, Edwin Rodriguez, That's without the Kovalev fight. You look at Golovkin's, he has stepped up recently. His latest fights have been the best names on his bill, but they've all been struggles. Every big name middleweight that he fought, big name middleweight with momentum, that you would say is his top 2-3 win, have been a struggle for him. ATG Boxing, New Zealand, $20 super chat. Ego matchmaker, Canelo, Jacobs, Murata, Charlo, BS, or Billy Joe Saunders, Andre, and Triple G. Which fights do you want to see? Also, Chuck and Lemieux. You know what? They need a round robin. You know, really. I just want to see unifications, to be honest. So Andre Saunders winner fight the winner of Jacobs Derevyanchenko. You know, Ryan Murata is a wild card. So Ryan Murata and Charlo or something. You know, just mix and match any of those guys. Canelo, Charlo in Texas. So it's booming I just want to see all of those fights, to be honest. You know, I'm not mad. I'm not even mad at Canelo Lemieux if it happens this year. Canelo, after 2 tough fights with what's it called, with Golovkin, he deserves to take that type of fight. You know, that's not fair that Charlo moves up in weight, fights who the WBC tells him to fight, but it's guys like Jorge Sebastian Hyland, Hugo Centeno, you know, so he's really fresh and really confident. And then Canelo just faced twice the number 1 middleweight in the division and had a draw and a victory over him, you know, so he's entitled, to me, because I'm fair, he's entitled to fight a David Lemieux. David Lemieux has enough of a punch to the point where, you know, you could sell it, make it entertaining, and again, coming off of, it's a first title defense coming off of 2 wars, so yeah. But, you know, the best fights would be the unifications there. Like I said, with Triple G, who are the best names on his bill? Who are the best names Triple G has fought? You guys name them. From 1 to 3, name the top 3 people Triple G has faced. Lemieux, J, in order. No, rank them in order. Everybody, please listen. Put 1 so and so, or you know, just put them in chronological order. Hey, Kenny Linder, you're tripping. He said, oh my God, he said Canelo had Triple G wearing blackface like Drake. I added the Drake part, but I'm done. He said he's a minstrel.
Rudimental are an English drum and bait. Do you want me to?
Canelo, Jacobs, and Brooks. See, okay, so someone that shows you that your resume is limited if you're putting a welterweight as one of his best victories. Jacobs, Canelo, and Lemieux. But at the end of the day, Jacobs and Canelo were all controversial, all those fights. So basically, you guys are telling me from the consensus that his best names are Canelo, Jacobs, and a third guy, either Lemieux or Brook or whatever. Brook's a welterweight. Lemieux had been stopped before and had 2 losses. He had lost to Yoshim Alcine. You know, this is the best name. This is his top 3 victories. You know, I could do this to anybody else. Like, say, Kovalev. What is Kovalev's top 3 victories, right? Top 3 performances or whatever. Somebody would say Andre Ward, even though he didn't get the victory. Some people thought he got it. So name his top 3 like performances, elite level. Even if you don't say Ward, you could say Bernard Hopkins, Nathan Cleverly. You know, you can think of people. Jean Pascal twice in Canada. Name Pacquiao. You'd be like, oh, Marco Antonio Barrera, Eric Morales 2 and 3. You know, beating Juan Manuel Marquez, beating Tim Bradley. You can name some high quality fights that he fought. Floyd Mayweather, I mean, that goes without saying. Diego Corrales. You could say Maidana, Pacquiao's, and Ricky Hatton's, Oscar. But when it comes to Triple G, the names I just seen y'all name are similar to my list, which would be obviously Canelo and Jacobs, and both of those fights were controversial. So you haven't really even beat a guy, no question, as the monster, you haven't beat a guy decisively. Out of the elite of all elites, you haven't beat a guy decisively, where there was nothing nobody could say. And then there certainly wasn't a knockout like you're supposed to be known for. And that's cool. You're not going to knock out everybody. But based on how they build him up, he's supposed to knock him out, right? He didn't even get knockdowns in. He got one knockdown in those 3 fights, and that was to Jacobs in transition. Hey, if I'm lying, just explain where I'm wrong. This is what they never step up, because they know. They know they on borrowed time if they step up, because they know they can't out argue what I'm saying. I'm not saying Triple G is not good. I think he is a good fighter. But what I'm saying, they build him to something that he's not. He's not a Julian Jackson Wilder knockout guy. He's strong for sure. He can knock you out for sure. You know, there's only a few people in boxing that have that type of power, like Julian Jackson, Deontay Wilder, and Mike Tyson and shit. They made Triple G sound like that, but he's not that. He's a strong fighter. You know, same thing with Errol Spence. Errol Spence will fuck you up, but it's more attrition. You know, he's not going to just knock you out with a single shot unless you're like smaller. You know, Triple G, he knocked out Ashida. That's the only time I really seen him stretch somebody. Like stretch, I'm talking about a headshot, you're dead. Play dead and you're out. You know, Curtis Stevens, he was doing that look and all that, but he was still conscious, and he went on to fight several other rounds after getting hurt like that in the second fight. Wilder had Spilka in the Netherlands. Spilka was nailed to the cross on the camp. Like, it was bad. Sergey Likovich or whatever, Likovich, was shaking, convulsing on the ground. That's some scary shit. Luis King Kong Ortiz was literally drooling. He was like, bloop, 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 just drooling. That's some different shit. So, like I said, maybe it's not even so much Triple G, but he did go along with some of the shit like Mexican style. But HBO and, you know, the big boxes, the old media, this is what they're the ones that told you all that. Just like Chocolatito. How do you go from number 1 pound for pound to now HBO and ESPN don't even put you in the top 10? They're replacing you with a Inouye. How fake is that? Pacquiao, even when he lost to Mayweather, he didn't just like, you know, just disappear. You know, he was still, people still knew he was a good fighter. HBO would tell you somebody is number 1, and then they take a loss, and then he just disappears off the whole entire list. They just, you know, turncoat, just bail on you. So for me, I'm anxious to see how Golovkin, because it doesn't look like he's handling it well. And you could let the fans gas you into thinking you won the fight, but you didn't. And I just think it's going to be hard to. The damage control won't stop the perception. You know, Charlo says Canelo won fair and square. So despite fans and, you know, Paulie Malignaggi and fans and stuff saying it was a robbery, how do you think Charlo is taking this? Do you think Charlo is like, man, I definitely don't have a shot with Golovkin now? When he looks at, he was ringside and he sees Golovkin's face like that. So what I'm trying to tell you guys is this, is like, you guys could try to twist the narrative, but the truth always comes out. You know, Charlo already, it's too late. You know, he might watch this video. He sees Golovkin's face looks crazy like this, and Golovkin was getting hurt to the body. So no matter what you guys do to cry robbery, it doesn't give Golovkin's belt back, and it won't change the perception. Won't change the perception of what you know about. You know, okay, put it this way. Let's say you know a girl and she was a hoe, right? And then you knew all about, like, you know, just, I'm not going to get too graphic, but just you seen tapes of her, and, you know, she was like a real big hoe, and, you know, I'll run a train on my, you know, just crazy shit, right? and you know about all of it. You know all of the nasty, freaky tales, like Too Short would say. And then she gets a job at your job, and she becomes the operations manager. You know what? It doesn't change the perception. She could be your ops manager, but you know who she really is. So even if she's at work trying to act professional, she's like, oh yeah, you get that. You understand why she's doing it. But because you know her, as professional as she's trying to make it, she's a hoe. You do get what I'm saying? So that's just a quick analogy for like what I'm talking about with perception. Perception won't change. Just because she's wearing a business suit and, talking to everyone professionally, that doesn't change what you know about that person. That doesn't change your actual perception from knowing that person. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? I don't know if I'm, because some of you guys are, what's a hoe? I've never heard of this. She's a gardening tool? Like, I don't know if this language is getting through to you. All I'm saying is that's not going to change people's perception. You guys, it was a robbery. I guarantee you Charlo is not like thinking like, oh man, I have no shot now, when he just seen a smaller guy walk Triple G down for much of 12 rounds, and he said Canelo has a well-deserved victory. He knows he's bigger than Canelo, and he's strong, if not stronger, and he knows what he brings to the table. So again, fans and Paulie and people who say it's a robbery, we'll see with Triple G who he picks next. Don't take no tune-ups. If it's a robbery, your confidence shouldn't be dented. You should just jump right back in the mix at age 36, and we'll see based on the next decisions. But I'm telling you, this is what hurts old media, because they just do it right now and say this stuff, and then when you see what happened with Kovalev and the leader Alvarez, then they act surprised. I wasn't surprised one bit by that. Not one bit. I was covering a fight. I was covering the Berto Devin Alexander New York that same night. And then people were like, oh my God, Kovalev got knocked out. He got knocked out by Andre Ward. What the fuck are y'all so surprised for? Once again, people don't know shit about boxing. They probably hadn't seen too much of Eliter Alvarez. I've watched Eliter Alvarez, and I knew Kovalev, the way he was acting, seemed like a broken man. Kovalev wasn't overrated. He got his soul snatched. There's a difference. If Kovalev never lost to Andre Ward, see, some of y'all don't know shit about boxing, man. Kovalev is a very good boxer and a very good puncher, and he has a brilliant jab, long arms. He's good. Andre Ward showed Kovalev's kryptonite, and he showed it for the world in the first fight, and then he did it even better in the second fight. So he laced Kovalev's shoes and showed the blueprint. Kovalev still could have beat guys, because no one would have had the blueprint. No one previously had the blueprint. Yes, Kovalev got knocked down by Blake Caparello, but he got up and stopped him. Shout out to Lamar Gugis, $10 super chat. How can they call Triple G pound for pound? Won't always fight the best. A good example of pound for pound actions is Roy Jones was the only middleweight in 100 years to beat a heavyweight. Pound for pound guys fight all comers. Yeah, or look at like Terrence Crawford, the guy who I'm saying is pound for pound. Notice that. He unified a whole division, became undisputed, fights a champion his first fight out, 7 pounds up. No one told him to move up. He just wanted to move up. Let me give my body a break. And fought a guy who beat Pacquiao and made Pacquiao's face look crazy. Even if you had Pacquiao winning, Pacquiao didn't look good in that fight. It was a close fight for sure. And then now he's fighting Jose Benavidez. Triple G, his trainer, I'm telling you, Abel said a lot, said a lot. Man, I could go way deeper, but it'll really get bad for y'all in old media. Like what Abel said about black fighters fighting a style that's unpleasing to the fans and all that. What was Triple G doing for the first 7 rounds or so when Canelo was bringing the fight straight to him? So don't say nothing about black fighters. Remember when Mike Epps was in Next Friday? He's like, man, these black problems. Don't worry about what black people are doing. Worry about why your fighter's only jabbing for 7 rounds. See, it's so hypocritical, people. You said black fighters fight unpleasing, you know? But what is Triple G doing for 7 rounds? When Canelo, the smaller man, is listening to you and he's making a fool out of you by making you eat your own words. And Triple G is, good jab, good jab, good jab, good jab, 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 good jab. This shit is fake. And then Skip Bayless, he was like, I remember he was on Undisputed talking about Conor McGregor, or he might have been Floyd, Pacquiao, one of them, and he was on Undisputed, and he was like, yeah, all Floyd does is pillow-fisted, jab, 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 jab. Skip Bayless said this. But Skip Bayless also said Triple G was robbed. But well, you said Floyd, all he does is jab, jab, tap, 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 jab, and he was doing all these horrible mannerisms, looking like the Crypt Keeper. He said Floyd, all he's going to do is hit Pacquiao with the jab, jab, tap, 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 jab, jab, pillow fist, jab, right? But then you just say Triple G got robbed, so you obviously like the jab because that's what he was doing for the first half of the fight. Listen, this is too much knowledge. I'm out. I've been going on long enough. Bottom line is y'all got to deal with it. It doesn't bring Triple G's belts back. Shout out to my dude, Business Brains, for the $100 and everybody else that did a super chat. But $100, I mean, that was a big one for today. I'll do another live stream probably in a little bit, but that's all I got to say. Y'all got to get over it. I'm talking about it was a robbery. Okay. A lot of contradictions, a lot of double standards. You know, they looking crazy right now. And we having, we living our best life. I'm living my best life. I ain't in nothing you need. I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. Oh my God. Hi. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. Oh my God, we killing y'all. We killing y'all. New media is killing y'all. Oh my gosh, this shit is hella funny. Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Hey, I'm about to get up out of here. Hey. Hey, motherfucker. Hey, motherfucker. Hey. Hey. I know they mad. We're going to do the little outro. And it goes like this. Triple G. I know his face was looking like Meatloaf by the end of the fight. They still say it was a robbery. Living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you niggas. I'm living my best life. I ain't... Smile, bitch. Smile, bitch. Hey. Hey, rubber ducky. Hey, rubber ducky. Hey. Hey. I'm living my best life. I know it hurts. New media, we on top. We get $100 super chats. They trying to get the super chats like ego. I'm living my best life. I ain't gonna make it work with you. Hey. I said drop it for me. Drop. Drop it for me, mommy. Drop it for me. Oh. I ain't going back and forth with you, nigga. I'm living my best life. And we out.